So it is a cool morning for once. It's only 65 out. There's some overcast, so it quite possibly could start raining, but I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the weather for today. So anyway, I told you guys about my first vehicle. Now I'll tell you about my second vehicle, which I actually got about a year after my Blazer. I had just graduated high school, just got my open house, or had my open house. And of course, with the money that I got, I had my heart set on a Iroc-Z Camaro. And the reason is because my parents used to have an 87 Iroc-Z. It was white. It only had a 305 in it though, the TPI. So it, you know, it didn't have too much get up and go, but I always liked the body style. You know, they're just really cool looking cars. By today's standards, they're, you know, not very aerodynamic. You know, fuel efficiency, was actually pretty good back then. They still are pretty good. I mean, 28, 30 miles on the highway is actually pretty good. But that was actually, out of all the Camaros, with the exception of the new 5th generation, the 3rd gen Camaro was actually my favorite. So after I had my open house and I had enough money saved up, I went ahead and went on the market for a Camaro, and I knew that I wanted a blue Camaro. I knew that I wanted it to be a 90 IROC. The 90 was exceptionally rare. Not very many of them were made, and I knew that I wanted the 350. So after about 3 or 4 months of searching, I finally found one in the area, and it was everything that I wanted. It'd been stored every winter. I'd been taken care of decently. It wasn't the best. It was a kid that owned it, so he didn't really take too much care of it, but enough to where when I got it, it was still in really good shape. Of course, fixing the problems that it did have was fairly straightforward. I spent probably a good $1,500 in that car after I got it. I lived at home, so pretty much every paycheck went into my car. Of course, it had the 350. It had a rebuilt 700 R4 with a shift kit. It had a B&M shift kit. I did not. It didn't have like the B&M shifter or anything else like that. It just had a really strong, I believe it was just a stage 1 shift kit, but pretty good shifts. I mean, the thing really. So anyways, that Camaro, for what it was a really fast car. I remember when I first got it, I had problems with traction because the tires weren't all that great on it. I mean, that motor, 350 pound-feet of torque out of that motor, it was nice. Everywhere I went, everybody was looking, because you don't see those cars every day on the road. Today, you definitely don't see them on the road every day. But really nice car. I had a lot of fun with it. The only reason I got rid of it was a pretty stupid reason, actually. Was to get my Yukon, which I'll talk about later. To this day, I keep kicking myself because I did that. I really wish that I hadn't gotten rid of my Camaro, but I wanted a all-season reliable vehicle. Jeez. All after that investment, putting in, you know, I was stupid. That's all there was to it. I was 20, and I decided to sell it. It was dumb. I'm sure the guy that I sold it to still has it. He came all the way from Maine to buy it. I should have seen it coming. Anyways, so yep, I had a lot of fun with that car. I can remember several times, you know, Mustang, you know, would pull up next to me, and obviously you know what happens. I mean, that was the great thing about it. In this car, you know, even though this car is decently fast, it's not one of those cars that somebody pulls up next to and wants to race. You know, this just looks like a regular old sedan car. But I don't know. So I had a lot of fun with that Camaro, and someday I hope to be able to own the very same thing. So we'll see.